Bitcoin is pumping, but why? Why is this happening? And specifically, why did it start happening right here? Well, there's a very specific answer, and if you weren't paying attention to this channel earlier, hopefully you are now, so let's go over it. Now, what specifically happened right here that reversed our bearish momentum into bullish momentum was that the SEC told 5 different altcoin ETF issuers to rescind their 19B4 documents. Now, why is that so exciting? It means that the SEC said, hey, you don't need to talk to us anymore. You don't need our comments, because back during this time frame, about a week and a half prior to this date here, the SEC put out a guideline that said if any ETF issuer meets these guidelines, you can list your products immediately, which means we don't need to see your comments, which means you don't need to hear back from us, which means we don't need your 19B4 filings. So that was the shot heard around the world that said, hey, these altcoin ETFs, they're most likely getting approved, baby. And that was a risk-on sign to crypto markets. And even though Bitcoin is not an altcoin, Bitcoin and all altcoins have been responding in kind to this risk-on pre-pump to ETF listing moment. And at the same time, we're in an environment where most other assets other than Bitcoin and crypto have been doing phenomenally because global liquidity is expected to be on the rise. Rate cuts are coming. The Fed will be adding to their balance sheet. In May, we're going to have a new head of the Fed who's going to cut rates to the nth degree, according to what we hear from President Trump, right? As a result, gold has been shooting upwards and is very overextended. And the S&P 500 has been doing phenomenally as well. So people who have been invested in these markets are now looking at Bitcoin and crypto going, hey, they got some good stuff coming. Oh, the price has been suppressed recently. Hey, I'm sitting on a lot of profits. Let's rotate into those markets. And on top of that, the Russell 2000, which is the much, much smaller version of the S&P 500, if you will. If you're familiar with crypto, Bitcoin is the S&P 500 as the Russell 2000 is the altcoin market. It's smaller, more volatile stocks and a measurement of how risk-on the overall market is. That, baby, has made a new all-time high and is showing strength, meaning risk-on across the board, meaning altcoins are going to do really well. Even Bitcoin, risk on is good for Bitcoin too, because it is still new and unproven to some investors. All of these reasons are why Bitcoin just about a week ago, or really just a handful of days ago, started pumping and reversed its bearish momentum.